Okay, so I'm going to start the event now. The quest line is called Recollector's Path, which is also the name of the event. So that is going to be taking place in the dresser with Siraj. Over here. Let's head over there. I started recording it before I got there because I didn't know if it was going to trigger something, and it did, so yeah. Paimon's getting so used to how you look now that Paimon can't even remember what you looked like without the chaplet, Siraj. Paimon seems to recall some boldness at the top of your head and a haughty disposition. But Paimon didn't expect you to get the chaplet so easily, though it was mostly thanks to our help, hee hee. Bah, mention the trifles of the past no more, pale floater. The thing of greatest importance, the reason why we were able to claim the chaplet so easily, was because I am a parry worthy of the Twin-Horn chaplet. Hence, everything fell into place as it was meant to be. Perhaps I was fated to bear the crown from the day of my birth. He bragging loudly, I see. Elder Zervan, what brings you here? Just seeing if our newest Bloomguard is fulfilling her duties. Duties? Oh no, did you think claiming such a title would bring you nothing but fame and fortune, Sharash? Impossible. I am no parry of rank ignorance. The duties I have not been neglected. Indeed, I have also performed the necessary feats to be worthy of my accolades. Though the flashing flame might steal your attention, a gradual trickle of enduring devotion may also be worthy of praise. In the time you've spent away from us, there have been countless parry who, though unable to ever gain the title of Bloomguard, still contribute to our greater community with quiet dignity. I thought that you would perform some deeds that would prove your worthiness of the title of Bloomguard. As it turns out, however, it seems you've just been idling about. Hey, saying she does nothing is going too far. Strash is already pretty great, right, Traveler? Well, I mean... Traveler, stop being so strict. I did not mean to neglect my duties. It's just that the responses of Bloomguard weren't fully detailed by the Order of Skeptics. And you believe people who are not part of your thing why? What would they know? It is a parry tradition, after all. Trying to learn it from humans is pure folly. Though you have earned the approval of the Carvana, you remain a young parry. And in times like this, it is best to be direct and consult me for guidance. I can't talk today. Ask you for guidance directly, Elder, but no, the chaplet possesses a great deal of knowledge. I need but contemplate for a moment before I am greeted with answers. But Zaran is right here. She even said that if we have questions, she will answer. We don't even need to go hunting for details anymore. From Paimon and Traveler's deep adventuring experience, chances like this are pretty few. You'll regret not taking this opportunity. I doubt not my elder's sincerity. It's just... I heard the Order of Skeptics say that only the answers one finds themselves are worth any merit. Is that something someone else told you as well? The Order of Skeptics even constantly make mistakes in its official documents. Yeah, when we went to find Rashnu, the truth was entirely different from what they had down in their archives. They don't even know what's going on. Indeed, you offer truth in your insight, Yashnapati, pale floater. I am no longer the Shrosh from before. With the Carvana's approval, I must act with maturity and live up to the title of Bloomguard. Servan. Elder Servan. What are the exact obligations of a Bloomguard that a Bloomguard must fulfill? I beg of you to enlighten me. Though I have been neglectful in the past, I will do my utmost now to remedy my failings. Wow, Paimon didn't expect Shrash to be so obedient. What happened? Paimon feels a little touched. Well, your words give me confidence. The Bloomguard's duties are vast. It may take days and nights to recall in their totality. However, considering that you have spent far more time with the humans than those of your own kind, let's start with something simple. As for all those who bear the title Bloomguard, extraordinary competence and keen insight are necessary. I've already prepared 6 training tasks, with 3 meant to test flying skills and the other 3... Oh, sorry, I could have gone. Other 3 Well, they'll need Siraj to clear out some potential threats. This training sounds kind of familiar. Sounds familiar? It is familiar. Isn't this just something we do all the time? Enough talk, Palefolder. As long as I successfully finish these missions, my elder must concede that I am worthy and prepared for the mantle of Bloomguard. Though it sounds simple, these are all tests delivered onto me by my elder. I must unleash my full effort when dealing with them. Hee hee hee. Very good. Very good. Conveniently, Surash's Yasnapati and his companion are here. There is a task you can help her successfully complete. It is no hard matter, though as you know, Surash has been close with the Order of Skeptics and humans while drifting further from Peri traditions. I would like to ask you to serve as an audience and listen to Surash recount the past, as Bloomguard would naturally be able to speak of historical events, yes? Of course. If all we need to do is hear Surash tell a story, it does seem pretty simple. Then I leave this to you two. As for the training that Surash must complete by herself, I will let her know momentarily. You two merely need to accompany her. In the Recollector's Path event, you must help Surash follow Zervan's instructions to discover her role as a Bloomguard. When each stage of the Recollector's Path begins, Surash must listen to Zervan's teachings and then go to the specified site to undergo 2 trials before engaging in a short summary after passing said trials. Okay, during the Tranquil Trail trial, Surash will need to use the Naroda fruit and the Kuros scattered nearby to pursue your uninvited guests. During the trial, Surash can throw out an unlimited number of Naroda fruits. As these fruits hit different Kuroses, various effects will be triggered that will affect the nearby uninvited guests. When the situation gets too cluttered, you can use analysis to summarize the specialties of the various curious and uninvited guests and thus figure out a way to drive them out. Enraged flower, piercing thorns, numbing barrel, withered box, rowdy bonfire. Begin trial. That's not what I want to do. How do I? Oh, that button. Okay, here. What happens if I hit this thing? Then we need to walk back along here. That doesn't do anything. Okay. How do I get rid of these other guys? How do I... How did I miss the one? Let's redo this, because I think I messed up that last one. There we go. Now I got that all done. So there's another one over here. During the Reinforced Remnants trial, Siraj can use memory fragments to check important remnances. You must assist Siraj in finding the correct location to complete said remnants. Once you reach the correct location, use a memory fragment to match the remnants with the actual site to complete it. After the trial starts, the time will start ticking down. Once it finishes doing so, Siraj will receive a hint to help her find the correct location. Do it from here? No. Oh, there's a thing at the top. Okay. Oh, it's up here? There we go. Alright. That's done. Is this the last stop for our first day? We're pretty familiar with this place, seeing how we've been here plenty of times. If the pale floater is so confident, then why not swap roles with me? I will play the audience, you be the speaker. Yeah, let's give it a try. Here comes Paimon. The place before us, covered with flowers and flowing water, is the Vorakasha Oasis. This place doesn't have, this place isn't infested by the demons of Dev, and is the home of the Peri. There are many Peri here. The best amongst them is one called Servan. Sarash, you were born here too, right? Though we are different from the Peri. For example, while the other Peri only sound kind of weird when they speak, you sound really weird. You all came from the same waters, but why is it that only you are so strange? Hey! Paimon's not lying. When you were speaking to the Order of Skeptics, your words were kind of weird. Well, the Skeptics and sounded weird too, so there's that. Whew, Paimon thought all the other Peri were going to be exactly like you. In fact, Paimon was worried about that until we finally got to the Vorakasha oasis and met Zervan. Then, we found out that only you are like that. How should Paimon put this? You have a peculiar way of speaking to the Order of Skeptics, right? It seems the Order of Skeptics had too much of an influence on her. I will not deny that. Seeing as you have no objection, Paimon will keep going. There is a big stump in the Verkrasha oasis. Pale Floater, you absolute... it's the the tree. I give up trying to say that word. The tree in the Verkrasha oasis. Man, these Perry names sure are a mouthful. Oh my god, yes! Somebody who... And I accidentally pulled out my controller. Oh my god, somebody, yes, who agrees. Oh, and it didn't register our replay. Are you going to register that my controller's in? Hello? My controller is in. There we go. Okay. Our mouthful. And it totally is a big tree, or big stump, isn't it? Paimon remembers you saying that the stump is also a god and that the Peri have a deep relationship with it. Though these are indeed the facts, letting the Pale Floater describe them would be too unflattering. I shall resume the role of the speaker. Alright, but Paimon thought she was making it easy to understand. Ugh, regardless. 500 years ago, our great god gave all to quell the disaster afflicting this place. As such, all the Amrata here is the last gift from the divine. Nourished by the Amrata, the tree and the Peri emerged. The eldest of the Peri, my elder, is Zervan. My birth came much later, so I was not a personal witness to those events. I heard my elder speak of it, but Elder Zervan clearly associated with the Order of Skeptics when we were first established, but after my birth, all contact seemed to be lost between them. Though my elder has long stated the importance of Peri traditions, she rarely mentions the past in detail when she speaks with me. Instead, it is the Order of Skeptics, who enthusiastically shared the results of their historical research with me, and approved of my wish to follow in the footsteps of the Divine Bird. Huh? So after that, you slowly drifted away from the other Peri and learned your strange way of speaking from the Order of Skeptics? Oh, I suppose that can be seen as correct, objectively speaking. It sounds like a rebellious phase. A rebellious phase. I heard the Order of Skeptics mention something about that. They said the researchers in the forest experience a Satyavada life, or something like that. Is this rebellious phase a similar thing that humans progress through? Maybe you can think of it as a necessary process for growth. It's not entirely like the Satyavada, I probably said that wrong again, life thing that the researchers experience. In fact, Paimon's heard that plenty of human children experience it. Generally, kids going through a rebellious phase will resist the care of their parents and try to assert their independence. That's what Paimon's heard, anyway. Just like you did. My past has little to do with my present. Whatever can be said, I have now returned to the Varakasha oasis and earned the Carvana's favor. You're amazing, Sarash. Never mind, Pale Floater. It means nothing to be patronized by one as immature as you. That's all for today. Yashnapati, do you or the Pale Floater wish to ask anything? Speaking of, are the Peri and Arana related in any way? Why do you ask this? Because the Peri and Arana are both small, but are still capable of great things. You describe your adventure with the Arana and the other, or whatever. How very important festival Utsava appears to be. I heard my elder mention it once, but only thought of it as little more than a joyful gathering for the Arana. But if the Arana have their own day, why do we Peri possess nothing of equivalence? I must mention this to my elder. Why do you want a Peri festival? Is it because we can eat lots of tasty snacks during a festival? Of course not. The Peri festival should have humans offering their odes and songs to us, while I get to choose the best singer of the lot. That doesn't sound like a festival at all. Well, not for the attending humans, anyway. It's more like a high-pressure competition. But it is an enjoyable celebration for me, yes? Hence I believe my elder may also enjoy such an occasion. Perhaps Servan is right. For Siraj to become a so-called Bloomguard, she might need a bit more training. Okay, so let's go over here.
Keep up.
It appears the first part of your your training went well. You could say that. Or you could say so. Yeah, maybe it was a bit too easy for Siraj. Ha! Then I look forward to seeing her coming performance. All right, about listening to Siraj tell stories. It turned out that Siraj went through a rebellious phase. Speak no more of this. Ahem. Anyhow, I have finally shed that stage of my life. The important thing is that I, with my Yashpanati and the Pale Floater, recalled the history following the birth of the Peri and spoke of the familiars of the forest and their special festival. The fact that we, as Peri, do not have such a celebration of our own makes me troubled. Do you not feel the same way, Elder? If it were up to me, we should let humans attend the Peri festival and hear from them the praises they sing for the Peri. Afterward, I shall pick the best singer. To my knowledge, Festival Utsava is not a day to be so woefully and wastefully spent. Paimon always thought that Shrash's desire to get humans to record her deeds was different from the other Peri. Is this also the influence of the Order of Skeptics? That is the very reason why recalling and pondering the past is significant. Ha! Whatever happens, I look forward to seeing her coming performance. Over here. Okay. Wait, did I just go to a... No, I didn't. Okay, cool.
It's so hot. Even a mist flower would melt in this heat. Now that I think about it, it wouldn't. But you get what I mean.
Oh, this is the running one. In intrepid impulse, Siraj must reach the destination within the time limit. The more time Siraj has left upon completion, the more valiant cuirasses she obtains. The higher your challenge score will be. During the trial, you get close to the glowing wreaths to borrow their power and sprint forward over a certain distance and temporarily expand your collection AoE for valiant cuirass. Sleet dross fruit also exists within the trial. After being hit by them, Siraj's vision will be briefly disrupted, and the time remaining in the trial will also decrease, resulting in a lower final score. Oh, I hate those things. This doesn't seem too hard so far. Like, doing Spyro Year of the Dragons flight challenges were much harder, let me tell you. 3 minutes flat. Okay, then I have to go over here. Another story one? Okay. Oops. Let me try this again. Down. There we go. Wait, Paimon remembers this place. We've been here before. It does leave an impression. It sure scared Paimon pretty good. Paimon remembers that Shrosh said this whatnot got sealed here because it was unlucky. Now what does it have to do with Shrosh's training? Uh, does Zervan actually mean to say, haha, behold, Shrosh, behold the fate of the unfortunate? Hmm. My elder is no parry of such idle nature. Back to the topic. Though I did not elaborate on the whatnot in detail when we passed through here earlier, the catastrophe that caused it should be familiar to you. The one that happened 500 years ago? Indeed, the whatnot must have frozen in an instant. As it has been crystallized, its form remains in perpetuity. It's as if it would start burrowing through the earth again once unsealed. This moment will be frozen in time? Ah, Paimon doesn't want to end up like that. You say that. You say what happened to the one that happened in an instant. Ah, no. Just thinking of it scares Paimon. I won't let that happen. Yeah, Paimon won't let something so horrible happen to Traveler either. Then you should thank us, Perry. During those days of ruin, many species and races, including the Perry, gave their lives, sometimes even things more precious than their lives. Their sacrifices are why we are spared from facing the same irrevocable fate. And just so, as I was not there to witness this catastrophe when this land faces dangers once again, I must take action. Then from what you are saying, this one is even older than you are, which should also mean it is should also make it your elder. However, it will not be returning to life. It has been sealed in crystallized state for centuries. Perhaps the only fate that awaits it is gradual dissolution. We have With how severe the loss of life was during the catastrophe, the Wana, like countless other unfortunate souls, were frozen at the moment that calamity struck. But many more suffered even graver fates than this poor fool before us, for they had already worn away beneath the grinding passing of time itself. To this day, nothing remains of them, no memory, nor memorial. This one before us only lingers because of its immense size and the fact that it has been hidden away in this cave from the glaring eye of the sun and the lashing winds, thus the intactness of its condition. However, not being on this land can over however, no being on this land can overcome time. Not even remains and husks will endure. One day there will be nothing left of it either. That sounds kinda sad. Not having any trace that shows you lived once? The records left here by the humans should have something related to the Wanat. I presume such a thing is rare for humans? No? From what I heard my elders say, aside from the Order of Skeptics, there were also researchers from the forest here seeking inquiry. Though some humans believe that the Sitek Wanat is a completed state of a quicksand eel, told such theories and assumptions makes one worry for the contents recorded by these humans. That information's not reliable at all. Think, these records are obviously false, yet you still enthusiastically find a human to serve as your Yashnapati. Maybe before this crystal is entirely corroded, the poems and odes dedicated to you will have changed beyond our recognition. Maybe the Bloomguard mentioned in the odes might not be pink or cute, but instead have a rough but reliable exterior, a mild and respectful personality, and act with rationality and calmness. That sounds a lot like the idealized image of a guardian. But that sounds nothing like Sirash. Or that sounds nothing like you, Sirash. Absolutely not. Wait, I believe I understand what my elder desires. She must be reminding me to find a better way to record my deeds. My elder does possess foresight indeed. I must offer her my deepest thanks. Paimon doesn't think she meant that. Anything else to do for this, or is it done now? There we go.
If you
All
press a
right.
leaf between dry sheets of...
So that's going to be the end of the Recollector's Path, excuse me. And I'll see you guys later.